Let me ask you a question. How is it possible that some people out there seem to be born under a lucky star, while the majority struggle, as if they were going against the wind their whole lives? Many have asked themselves this question before. Some have even spent their whole lives studying the behavior of very successful individuals to find out what exactly makes them that special. All the answers have already been laid out, and it's not luck that decides whether your dreams will come true or not. We all possess the power to achieve every desired outcome, no matter how distant or even impossible it may seem. Only a tiny fraction of us, however, have the ability to use that power, and those who do so, whether consciously or not, tend to follow a very similar formula. This is an ultimate blueprint to win in a game of life. If you don't know where you're going, you will never get there. Most people walk through life like video game NPCs who don't really know what they want or why they are even here. Of course, they have some general, half-formed ideas. I want to be rich. I want a nice car. I want healthy relationships. But here's the problem. None of it will magically sort out along the way. You need to know exactly what you want before taking any action in physical reality, because otherwise you'll spend your life wandering aimlessly, just hoping for things to fall into place. You see, nothing worthwhile happens without precise vision. It's not enough to want a nice car. What kind of car? What brand? What color? What's the exact model and specification? Get specific, down to every detail. It's not enough to know, I want healthy relationships. What kind of relationships? With whom? What role do you want to play in them? The more specific you are, the more real and achievable your vision becomes. The truth is, clarity is like a roadmap throughout your entire existence. Without it, you're stumbling around in the dark, hoping to stumble upon your dreams, but it cannot really happen. Create a target so precise that the universe has no choice but to respond. Don't be satisfied with some vast, generalized ideas. Decide exactly what you want in life. Only then can you truly start moving toward the reality you desire. Take a blank piece of paper and start creating a detailed list of everything you want in life. Write down everything that comes to mind, no matter how big or small it is. The more specific you are, the stronger the emotional connection will ultimately be. So write down every little detail of each separate goal. You can organize your list into different categories to make it easier. For example, material possessions, relationships, character qualities, or anything else that may be important to you. Don't be afraid of wanting too much. That fear is nothing but your old limiting beliefs trying to keep you in the same place. As long as you are true to yourself and everything on that list aligns with your vision, it's possible. Just trust. After your list is complete, make it a habit to read it at least 3 times a day, in the morning, afternoon, and night. Let it fully sink into your subconscious mind, to the point where you've memorized every little detail. Over time, keep refining your list, removing things you realize you don't really want and adding new things until you have it just about perfect. In Greek mythology, the island of Crete was once home to a deadly minotaur, imprisoned in the middle of a labyrinth so complex that no one who entered it ever came out alive. Each year, Athens was forced to send young men and women as tribute to be sacrificed to the Minotaur. To end this horror, a young prince named Theseus volunteered to enter the labyrinth and face the monster. An act brave, but seemingly destined to fail. The king's daughter, Ariadne, however, found a solution. She gave Theseus a thread. "Tie this at the entrance," she said, "and unroll it as you go. It will guide you back." With the thread, Theseus killed the beast and found his way out. Without it, he would have been just another lost soul, searching for the right path, slowly dying in the process. Most people walk through life just wishing for things. It would be nice to have this watch, or it would be so cool to visit that place. But all of those are just meaningless thoughts with no real energy behind them. Such wishes can never go beyond the realm of casual daydreaming. To make your dreams come into reality, you can't afford to be an occasional wisher, because it will get you nowhere. Saying, "It would be nice to have," while believing you don't, creates a gap that keeps you forever stuck. Get obsessed. Become so consumed by your goals that there's simply no space left in your mind for distractions, little doubts, or anything unrelated to your vision. When you reach the point where your emotional state is no longer dependent on what you see around you, but on the reality you've created in your mind, that's when the real magic happens. You can feel all the emotions of living your dream life before it physically manifests. And by the time it does, it won't feel like something new. You've already been there 1,000 times in your mind. Obsession is the bridge between imagination and reality. Build that world in your head where nothing less than perfect exists, and watch as your external reality slowly transforms to match it. Imagine the feeling of your wish fulfilled, and you will call it into being. The case is simple. Don't wish, feel. Every time you open your goals list, don't just go through it like it's some kind of checklist. Take a moment to feel how achieving it would actually feel like, and give it your full energy and attention. When you wake up in the morning, feel like you already have it. When you're driving, doing random tasks, or simply going about your day, keep the feeling of ownership and fulfillment with you. Before you go to sleep, end your day feeling like it's all already yours. Because with this mindset, sooner or later, it will be. Your mind doesn't see the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. So hack your brain. Treat every moment of imagination as if it were reality, and emotionally, it will feel no different from actually having it. Emotions are the most powerful substance in the world, because nothing influences our frequency more than the feeling of emotional conviction that what we are doing is right. When you align your emotional frequency with the reality you desire, the universe has no choice but to follow it. An exhausted man wanders through a barren desert, with miles of nothing but sand dunes ahead. In his mind, he sees an oasis, a cool spring surrounded by palm trees. He runs toward it and digs into the sand with trembling hands, so consumed by his vision that he cannot see the difference between reality and imagination. A few minutes later, the hole becomes a pool. His vision enabled him to uncover a hidden spring. As soon as you set your goals and fully align your mind, body, and spirit with your vision, you'll probably feel an instant urge to describe all the amazing things you're going to accomplish to people in your environment. It's a part of human nature. You're excited, you're inspired, and you want to talk about it. But the truth is, it's the last thing you should be doing at this point. Let me explain. If your goals are ambitious, so far above your current reality that even your own inner skeptic struggles to believe in them, imagine how skeptical others will be. Even well-meaning people around you will bring a mountain of logic to your way of thinking, trying to rationalize and dissect every little detail of your dream. They may genuinely think they're helping, but where logic enters, doubt inevitably follows. I'm not saying the people in your life have bad intentions, but their efforts to help will very often be about grounding you in reality. This will only drain you of valuable energy and kill your ambitions. Your vision doesn't need to make sense to anyone else, as long as it makes sense to you. Do more, talk less. That's the whole point. Let your actions speak louder than any words ever could. Your success will be the only explanation you'll ever need. A farmer plants a single seed, deep into the soil. He doesn't dig it up every day to show others how it's growing. He knows that exposing it would only hurt its progress. Instead, he nurtures it silently, watering and tending to the ground. Weeks later, when the seedling finally breaks through the earth, the world sees its growth. No word had to be spoken. In conclusion, the blueprint looks like this. Get extremely clear on what you want, be specific about every little detail, and write it down. Become laser-focused on your vision, feeding your subconscious daily with emotions coming from already having all those things. Allow it to happen. Don't let anyone rationalize your dreams. Your reality is entirely in your hands. You are the only person who can make this work, but you are also the only person who can mess this up. The life you want isn't as distant as it may seem. It's already there, waiting for you. But only when you fully align your mind with your vision, you are able to take it.